What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of RJ's Reviews, where I take a look at things that I found interesting. And today we have something that I just had to have when Nintendo initially announced this almost a month ago at this point, and that is Game Builder Garage. In fact, it released the day before this video was actually uploaded. So without further ado, let's get right into it. And so, starting off with what happens when you first boot into the game. You are not allowed to do any free programming before you go through at least the first lesson, is what I noticed. Now, the lessons are pretty simple, and they're actually kind of enjoyable. They go down in individual steps into making a game of various levels and degrees of polish. They're, again, very simple games. You can't get really insane with the programming language they give you. But most notably, the tutorials that they give you are mostly introducing you into the concept of the node-on. But once you've gotten past the first set of things to do in the little interactive lesson thing and gotten past the first checkpoint, they will open up free programming, which is probably the big selling point for me. Now, one thing I noticed about the language is that it's very easy to get the actual program to be very messy. Because of how the language works, how it's more of a flowchart-like system, I noticed that it just got real messy quickly because I was doing so many kind of more advanced things that were kind of out of the slight scope of the language, like trying to program in a title screen, which I don't think it was designed for, clearly. But I did that, and yeah. Now, unfortunately, this brings me on to one of the biggest issues in the game. So there is a bit of a feature to put finished games up and online, but you can't browse games that have been put up and online, because you literally have to, because the person who makes the game has to copy down a code, and then in order for people to actually play the game, they either have to know where to find the code and stuff, and in the case of the game that I made for today's video, I had to put it in the description. But you can't just go and casually browse games for some reason. There is a workaround for that, though. There's a website called mygarage.games. I think I'm gonna put some of the games that I've done in the past day or two up on there, because then you can browse it almost like the Mario Maker browse feature. Yeah. But the game is also cool in other ways too, because it's one of the rare Nintendo Switch titles that supports a standard USB mouse. Otherwise, the Switch just doesn't support mice or anything like it, which makes it kind of an odd rarity in the world of Switch games. But basically, all it's given to let you share your game to the world is a 9-digit code with either a G or a P in the front of it, the G being game and P being programmer. But other than that, it's kind of both what I expected while being kind of a bit unexpected, a little bit underwhelming on a few areas. Because, yeah. One area where it was kind of underwhelming, though, was the fact that you couldn't put up a heads-up display or some kind of UI system, or two-dimensional UI into the three-dimensional world. You are forced into a strict 3D world. That is one noticeable thing, and that's why I kind of say that making a title screen is almost impossible in this game. Because unfortunately, this game was just engineered to make only really simple games that are only fun for 5 minutes. Because remember, you don't even get a thing to do save to do save states or anything like that. But in full honesty, it serves its purpose to get people into programming a bit more easily. Despite all the issues, I may give it a good solid 7 out of 10 because those small issues are a bit of a drawback, but there are places to make it easily go around these drawbacks. If you want to play the game that I produced within Game Builder Garage, I have posted the share code at the bottom in the description for anyone who's interested. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for today's video. If you like what you saw, please leave a like and subscribe. There will be more gaming content coming out in the next while. I'm probably going to be doing a bit of Minecraft, maybe some Game Builder Garage, who knows. But anyway, that's going to be it for today's video, and bye.